Happy Tuesday, everyone. Oh, Mary's here. Mary, you are our first person that popped up on our news feed, which is pretty exciting. And it's even more exciting that Chris is here today because she always has kind of like engineered cards, I'm going to say, Chris. And they're engineered, but she makes it look like we can do it ourselves, which I think is a wonderful skill. So we've got Mary from Maine, and Chris is here. And Chris, hope your moving and packing is going well. Hi, Judy. She put a little sun on hers, and Mary's got a heart little picture.
Aww.
Isn't that nice?
Yes.
So Chris is going to show us how to make these cards, and it's specifically this one, right, Chris?
Correct. The accordion fold.
This is the accordion fold, and you know me, I always like a surprise when you open up a card, and check out this surprise here. I'll let Chris, maybe you can do it. I can't do it one-handed. It's like, surprise! I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, Oshra is doing payroll and watching us at the same time. I wonder, I hope the paychecks come out right, Oshra.
Gosh, how funny.
And Kathy's watching because she has a day off.
Nice.
We got Marianne from Arizona. Arlene's here. Arlene, we saw you the other week. Last week, I think it was, she was in. And Billy Sue and Laura. We got lots of people here. So we're going to have Chris show us her card. And we're going to tell you a little bit more about tomorrow, what we're doing tomorrow morning, because it's different. We're having our sample and store project sale for, I think I'm just going to mention that real quick, Chris, over here.
Awesome.
And then we'll mention it at the end, because I know some people miss. Oh, Diane says we're her best 9:30 friends. That's so sweet. So tomorrow morning, and not at 9:30, you got to get up a little early. It's at 9 o'clock. We're having our project and sample sale, and here's a few of the items. We have pulled together all kinds of projects, cards, mixed media. We have albums. You can see it's a little disorganized just because we're getting it all set up. And we're going to be selling these live here on Facebook. And the cool thing is that all the proceeds are going to go to our local food pantry. And you know, they're always in need of funds, and so we're pretty excited about that. So that's tomorrow. Tune in at 9 o'clock. We will post an item. It'll have a number on it, and then your comment, if you want to purchase it, you write the number of the item and write sold, and we'll explain all this tomorrow also. So we've got, lots of mini albums. We even have this file folder Christmas album that Cindy made on video a couple weeks. So lots of good stuff. And Chris, I want you to know that Janie says thank you for the excellent customer service yesterday.
Oh,
so that's pretty cool.
It was a pleasure.
So Chris is going to show us her project, and then we have a few products to show too. So Chris, I know it's hard to stop, isn't it? You just want to go.
Especially with something sparkly.
We all love sparkles, that's for sure.
All right, I gave myself a challenge because I bought this paper and I absolutely fell in love with it.
It's beautiful.
And it comes in both the 6x6 and the 12x12. And as Kelly has pointed out before, the 6x6 is just a shrunk down design.
Right.
So let's go with the...
Show some of the patterns in there.
Oh my
they're beautiful.
Gosh. And you can cut these out also. They don't punch out. You have to cut them out.
But they're fussy cut, but they're easy fussy cut.
Exactly.
They've kind of got cut lines on there for you, so you don't have to figure it out yourself.
Yes.
I love that.
But you can just see, same paper, just shrunk
good
down.
Comparison.
And same with the back
I always
page.
say that, but I never show it, so I'm glad you're showing it, Chris.
I mean, isn't that awesome? But I gave myself a challenge of using both the small and the big print on the same cards.
Oh, yeah, show that one because I really like that one too.
And I think maybe you get
These are very rich.
Whoops, wait a minute.
That's it, isn't it? This
well,
one?
but this isn't the same back.
Oh, okay, you're looking for that.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so her challenge was to use the same pattern but the different size. And this paper collection is called Midnight Flight, and it's one of the Melissa Lowry designs. And she's got beautiful artwork. We've had her collections before, and it's a heavier paper. Oh yeah, that's a good image. And it's kind of, It's kind of shimmery a little bit, isn't it, Chris?
Yes, it has a little shine to it. These are very similar, but this side has a butterfly.
Oh, yes, yes, I see that now.
And in some of them, I'll show you on one of my cards.
Is your microphone on, Chris? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yep. Judy, well, Katie laughs at this because if you tell someone there's no sound, they don't hear you to tell them to go out and come back. But anyway, I think if you don't have sound, let us know and we'll reset our microphones. But I think it's good for most people. All right. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful too.
And this is the one I'm using today.
Yeah, I like that brown too.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's real subtle and you can do so much with. I actually use the back side and fussy cut a flower for the front of the card that I'm going to be making. Oh shoot, I went right past one of my favorite.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna walk back here. Can you guys check for sound, somebody? Some people are saying there's no sound, but I think there is. All right, we've got someone. It is gorgeous paper.
And I guess I should be
showing. Show us. Okay, there's your challenge right there with the two sizes.
Exactly.
All right, most people can hear us, and I put a note. Okay, thank you. Most people can hear, and I put a note out there. If you can't hear, go out and come back. So, Chris, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
I'm checked back in now.
That is fine. You got to do what you got to do.
Is that this
that one? Thank you. And you can see how I just used the small print on the circle, and then I cut out a butterfly.
No one has done that before. This is the first time we've ever demoed something like this. I love it.
Thank you. And I used the small print underneath the birthday. And then obviously the big print.
That's really cool. That's really neat.
Well, I think we all need to challenge ourselves sometimes. You know, you just need to get outside your comfort zone.
Well, it's a good reason to get the big and the little collection packs or tablets so that you have both sizes.
Well,
and it adds interest to your project.
Exactly. And wouldn't it be pretty if you, I'm not a scrapbooker yet, but wouldn't it be pretty if you took the big print and made a border and then use the small print and put your photo
or background
on top of it?
Or yes, it'd be good for scrapbooking. Or
and I think maybe there's one more here.
Are they in like the same order, Chris?
Yes.
Well, that makes
it cool. Very easy. And that's what I used on this one, small print, and then inside I did the large print. So just
that's
gives you
a good challenge. I love that. Chris, I have to laugh because Lori says she has sound and she's in the car driving to Branson, and Lori, yippee, you're going to stop on her way back, and somebody asked her to kidnap them. And Chris, Mary says your cards put Hallmark to shame.
Oh,
so many hearts are flowing in here
so
for
sweet.
sure.
Kelly did take a photo of the instructions.
Here's what she's doing today, and I will post pictures after the video.
Now, I am going to say when I started making these, or when I bought mine, we had more of these. This is the last one of this, and that's what I used here. And that's why I ended up fussy cutting a flower out of the back.
Oh, so that's what you're going to do today?
Yeah, I fussy cut a flower here.
So the collection, Midnight Flight, it's got the 6x6 tablet and the 12x12 that Chris showed you. It has washi tape, which is beautiful. It's just the pattern, the design on this is beautiful. It has the puffy stickers, and this is what Chris used on her card front, and we have one of these left, but we can get more. That's not a problem. And then these are the wood shapes, which you could put these on the front of your card. They're the perfect size for it, and they're called wood shapes, but they're really more like ephemera. They're not really very thick for wood shapes. And then we have the sequins. So if you wanted to make a shaker card or just embellish with a few sequins, we have all of that. And Elena says it's vibrant, and that's probably a really good word for it. It's very rich and vibrant.
When I first opened it, I thought, oh, it's kind of depressing, you know, some of the colors. But
Oh, I don't think so at all. I think
like this one, you put it together, I added some gold paper, and I just think, like she said, it's very vibrant.
It is.
Just depends what you're going to put with it, the background cardstock that you use.
so. Right now, what you're going to show us is how to make this.
Correct.
So she's going to show us how to make this so that when it opens up, it has this really fun accordion, and it's a surprise.
Yes, exactly. All righty. My card base.
Sorry,
just
Chris.
throw 'em anywhere,
I'm
it's
throwing
fine.
stuff around. I don't mean to. I don't mean to at all. Okay.
The card base is a normal 8.5 by 5.5, and then you score it at 4 1/4. Easy as that. The inside accordion that I'm going to show you how to do.
So this piece right here.
Yes, is 10 by 5 1/4.
Okay. So it'll be a little bit shorter than your card, so you'll see that card stuck around the edge, and then
Correct.
you're going to do some scoring.
All right. So I don't know why it bothers me that it's upside down, but it did.
Well, you should change
so
it then.
we're going to score this at 2 inches.
And Chris is using
3.
the EK Success scoring board, which I think most of us here at Memory Bound have those.
4,
2, 3, 4. Oh, that's pretty easy.
5, 6, 7, and 8.
Okay, so here it is right here. There's your dimensions, and you score 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
So you're going to have 2 inches on both ends.
Okay.
Now you're done with your, and when you start folding, you want a valley first. So I'm going to fold it.
So on each end, ooh, the back of that is really
Isn't
pretty
it pretty?
too. Yes.
So yeah, you're going to have a valley, and then you're just going to start. And as long as that first couple are lined up nice and even, you know, where you don't have overhang, it's going to fit fine in your card.
Okay, so you're folding that, and I'm going to come back over here because we asked to show the dimensions again. This is an A2 card, so she starts with a normal size card base, and then her inside, that accordion folded piece, is going to be 10 by 5 1/4. And I will post a picture of this. If you want to snap a picture right now, you sure can. Let me get my shoes out of the... And Kathy just said something I was about to say, Chris.
What's that?
Your project matches your pretty sweater.
Oh, funny.
So I don't know if you dressed for the video today, but if you didn't, you did a really good job.
Of course I did. Of course. All right. So now I could do either side, but my flower is not going to show up as well if I use that side. So you're going to start by
this is
just, you know,
Oh my
getting it
gosh.
lined up like this. I haven't glued it yet. I like to use liquid glue here because that way, if I don't get it right the first time,
you've got
yes.
a little bit of time to give.
Exactly. And I'm using the Ultra Bond. I found that I kind of like that one.
That's been real popular. That kind of replaced the Nouveau when we couldn't get Nouveau for all the time.
Right.
And we do have Nouveau back in, so you could use your Nouveau glue or your this, or we've got the Lawn Fawn glue tube.
And sometimes it's easier if you just kind of fold it up a little bit and get it out of the way.
This seems like we're all watching you, Chris. No pressure.
No, not at all. And if it's directional, make sure your direction's going the right way.
Good tip. Because we've all done that, haven't we?
Oh my gosh. And give it a good press. And then, well, this got off a little bit, so I'm not going to, I'll monkey with it when I...
Okay, while you're gluing that, Beth says some of her paper turns shiny in a bad way. Is it her bone folder? And it probably
I would
is.
say yes.
A lot of times bone folders do that. There are the new Teflon bone folders, and they don't. And Katie, could you get us a Teflon? Katie's here today, everybody.
Okay, and then
See, I was right. I was so right because when I looked at your card, it looked really like, oh, how would I ever do that? And you've made it look so easy, Chris.
well, good. And and I say hard part, the part that looks more difficult is already done.
It's done.
Yep. And somebody had a lot of glitter on this table.
Oh,
That's all right.
can't remember. Oh, Teresa, maybe yesterday. We'll have to.
So that's all right.
You'll have some nice glitter
Well,
on you today. Then.
exactly.
Thanks, Katie. If you have a problem with the shininess from your bone folder, this Maker Forte is a Teflon bone folder, and it doesn't do that to your paper. It doesn't leave that shine. It's $19.99, and it's online if you type in bone folder or go to tools. This is the one I have. You've got the one
That
the
came
one
with
from
it,
the
yeah.
scoring board. And this is one too, but this is not a Teflon.
All right.
Okay. You've got some suggestions here. Kathy says you could make it going the other way and it'd be like a stair step. So it could be like a landscape
Yep.
card.
Oh, sure.
And Wendy Jean has made one of these and says they're really fun.
Well, good. I'm glad that other people have. If I can get a hold of these little
Get
guys.
your pieces.
Yes. All my
Chris
bits
has
and
got all
pieces.
this stuff ready to go for us today.
All right. We'll do I think it's easier if we do the inside first. I didn't stamp on these.
Show us the
Yet.
other one, what you did though.
Okay. I just decided to put a couple little flowers just for you. I used this stamp set, but that's why I pulled all of the Stay It With stamps.
Here, let me pop
and a
Buzz
few
over here.
others. Well, we do have the one over there that I used. This one.
So these I actually just got these this week.
Did you?
These are little tiny sentiments and they're perfect for what Chris is making.
And Teresa has suggested in the past that you can cut some of these apart.
Yes.
And I almost had a panic attack thinking about doing that. But it really would work perfectly just to cut those apart.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
Oh, yeah. And
and
also...
some of them are small enough, they probably work as they are.
Oh, gosh, yeah. So many of them would. And then you could put a whole message. Instead of stamping flowers or something, you could just do words.
Right.
Or if you want to talk about somebody, say it's their birthday, or you could say thanks for your kindness, or
Yeah, I
something like that inside.
You could put, if it's a birthday, you could put a number in there.
Oh gosh, yeah.
You could die cut the number,
Yep.
a very small number or a very large number.
I had done.
Kathy says mini tags would be cute. Those tags that
Oh, gosh,
Teresa
yeah.
made yesterday
Yep.
would be really cute in there. And those were the honeybee tag die. And Elena likes it because it stands by itself. And you know what? That's a really good point. Because if you send someone the card, they'll be able to sit it up and enjoy it. And I think you could put little photos in there too.
Oh,
There's
that would be
too much.
adorable.
There's too much you can
Yes.
do.
My vet's retiring, and I thought I could get little thumbprint photos of my dogs.
Oh,
and
sure.
Put those on there and send it to him for a retirement. Thanks from the crew or something.
Yeah, then he'll know who it's from, right?
Exactly. Well, I got all the dogs from him, so.
Oh, okay.
Now, the thing with these, the measurements are pretty exact, and they are the outside pieces, the red or the pomegranate, are 1.5 by 1.5.
Okay.
The insides are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. And the reason you have to be careful with that is so that when you place them, they all fit, so you can see all three of them at the same time.
Oh, okay.
When you do your card or when you open your card. So you don't want something so big that then it's overlapping. If you, so that's my main, suggestion on that. On this card, I did a rectangle on the front.
on the front,
but
sure.
there's no reason why you can't do. Like today, I thought I would do a square. I rounded the corners because I just felt like it had too many sharp edges.
Oh, yeah, because of the folds and everything.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I thought maybe it softened it up a little bit. I'm using vintage photo. I thought it really went well with this paper.
Yeah, vintage photo is, I use vintage photo a lot. That's my brown. Everybody's got their own brown, whether it's gathered twigs, ground espresso, walnut stain, vintage photo.
And on this one I used pumice stone. I liked that with...
Oh, yeah, because that's got kind of a green in it.
Exactly.
So there's the pumice stone. It's kind of a grayish, greenish,
It's a very
taupish.
cool
It's hard to really
color.
say what it is.
I think we'll just cheat and...
We're going to cheat, Chris?
Well, I'm going to use the tape runner instead of the...
Oh, that's all
and
right.
hope that I get it centered.
You'll get it. So if you're just joining us, Chris is here today on our Tuesday, our Happy Tuesday day, and she's making this accordion fold card. And it's a card that when you don't know it's an accordion fold until you open it up. And then you're like, surprise! And she's using this paper, this Melissa Lowry Midnight Flight paper, which is super beautiful. And I think you discovered this paper, didn't you, Chris?
No, I came back
Really?
from vacation and it was here. I was so
I
excited.
don't know who told us we needed to get it. Maybe Dawn just found it.
I tell you what, I got my tape runner over the edge a little bit, but the nice thing is you can just fold it
show
over.
that because that happens
Okay.
to me. So when that happens, you just fold it back.
Yep, since it's sticky on both
Yeah.
sides, it's going to stick to itself and be fine. Now these strips, again, they're in the instructions, and I tried to put inside and outside dimensions. So this, let's just measure. It should be the 5 1/4 by 1 1/2 strip.
Okay, so here's her other measurements. And I am going to post a picture of this. I've already taken pictures of her cards except for the one she's making, so we'll post all of that after the video.
And then this one I made 4 1/2 by 3/4 just because I
like
wanted
that
it different.
design.
I just
I
wanted
think that's
it.
just a new card design that I haven't seen before.
And normally I would put it up a little bit, but I might try to cover up the glitter. Why not? Sometimes you just have to go with things that happen and find out that your card is just fine.
I think it will be.
You could go this way, or you could go like this. Oops, sorry, I moved it too fast. You could go like this. You could even, play with
Yeah,
it. You
you
could
could
go
do
like
lots of
that.
different things.
That would be fun. But since I cut out my, that's a little crooked.
Since you got your flower.
Exactly.
So on your card, you could use on the front, you can use a puffy sticker. You could use a little ephemera piece. And Chris fussy cut. Oh, it's from the back of the same paper. Okay.
Paper. And, so that way
Everything
that
matches.
brown matches up. And I just cut out.
I think that's why
one of the
everyone loves
flowers.
tablets, because
Now I could pop dot this, but because of the accordion, I felt the card was thick enough. So I'd glue that down better at home. But, it
that's
just gives you a
pretty.
nice
Oh my gosh,
front.
that's great.
Do you want me to stamp on these, or do you want me to just
Did
pretend?
you bring stuff to stamp?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
have what you need, but if not, you can stamp it later.
Nope, I do.
Michelle says her brain is going crazy with all the millions of papers that have two sizes. Chris, you really
Oh, good.
you really opened up a window for a lot of us, and I say us because I mean myself included.
Well, I did go through my paper stash at home and found everything that I have both in 12 by 12 and 6 by 6. So it was kind of fun
So
to
then kind of look at it. And
Yeah.
look at it a little differently. Now, while you're doing that, Diana says you could use the washi tape and make your strips on the front. And we had a question
Oh, that would be fun.
about what to do with the washi tape. And Janet has a video where she used some washi tape on card fronts. And this is interesting because you have a wider piece and you have a narrow piece. So I think Diana is absolutely right. You could run that wide piece down the front and you could run the narrow piece, and they're probably, you could even put The wide piece is just a little bit narrower than that, but you could put another piece of cardstock here and then put the washi tape on top of it. And I like to use washi tape to seal my envelopes. I think it just makes mail a little fun if it's got something on the inside. And oh gosh, Chris, I think you could line your envelope also inside with a piece of washi tape.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Now, I obviously don't put these in the card until I've stamped them.
Oh, yeah.
And because they're small and my magnet doesn't want to, you know, you can't really do it. I just go ahead and put a little piece of tape back there and line it up on my grid.
Okay, and you're using, is that the honeybee
That
stamp?
is the honeybee wildflower.
So Chris, okay, let me get into my other hand. This is the stamp set she's using. It is $23.99, and you get all of these flowers, including the bee, the little bee and the butterflies. And look at what Chris is doing. That's creative, I would say, because you might think, oh, those stamps don't fit on those little squares, but she's just stamping the top of the flower.
And I have one of the old, that's all right, Tim Holtz ones, so I flipped
Yeah, you could do the same thing with your Misty.
Oh, heck yeah.
TJ says her window of creativity is closed. That's why she appreciates you and your talent, Chris.
Well, thank you. And then I like it coming down over.
Yeah.
If I didn't, then obviously I would just wait to tape my other piece
first
on.
Before you did it. Now, did you use Vintage Photo to stamp that, or what did you stamp it with? What color?
Should be Vintage Photo. I think that's the only thing I brought.
Okay.
Yep.
That stamped really nice.
It did. And some of the paper came off because of my tape, but who's going to know? It's on the back.
Yeah. So tricky. So you're stamping two of them with flowers?
I am. I'll use a different flower. Or, I don't know. Would you want me to use the butterfly maybe?
Sure. Whatever you want. I'm thinking that I might need this stamp set now. Now that I see another way to use it.
And I believe there are dies up there too.
Yes, it does have dies. Because those are really pretty flowers. And there's like some that look kind of alike, but they're different. So if you were doing a project, you could use the same. Oh, and Michelle says you could use the wide washi tape and die cut out of it to match the paper.
Yeah.
That would be a good idea too. I love all these ideas.
Well, this butterfly didn't turn out quite like I had hoped, but that's all right. He's kind of
He's
wonky.
flying off to the side.
Yeah. We'll turn it this way and pretend it's a flower, I guess. I don't know. And then let's just do thank you.
So she's getting out thank you, and that's from this one, Chris, from My Favorite Things?
Correct.
So she's using this one from My Favorite Things. I had to find the thank you. This is $9.99. It's called Sweet Celebrations, and it's really nice because it's got a lot for Valentine's Day and birthday, but then it also has a to from, and I love the open in case of emergency. I think Teresa has used that before. The other My Favorite Things is called Itty Bitty Basics, and it's nice because it's got about everything, and they're just really small sentiments that you could even use as a flower stem, or if you want to make kind of a simple card and then just put that along the bottom. It covers about everything.
Oops, I'm going to stamp. Best thing about these, you know, before I had this, I threw away a lot of projects that I had stamped and didn't get
a stamp positioner is really, I didn't even stamp before I had my Misty.
Oh gosh,
because it never turned out, especially words. I think they were the hardest, and now with the Misty, they're great.
All right.
Elena said it would be pretty to emboss your flowers in gold, which it would be.
Oh,
that'd be really
yeah.
pretty.
Very pretty.
There's so many tips.
And just to make sure you decide which way you want your little square.
So only put glue on part of it.
Exactly, the part that's going to be hitting the paper.
And do you just, does it have to be in a certain place, or you just kind of guess?
Well, because I made that one, I kind of know how far to keep it. I started maybe about 1/4 inch from the top and laid the first one out. And then you can always lay
that's a good idea.
your last one, and then you'll know where your middle
Where to
one
put
needs
it?
to go. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
And of course, if I were at home doing this, I would write on here before I stuck it to my thing, just because.
Especially in case you mess up, right? I've had
Well,
that happen to me.
Oh my gosh!
Sometimes
yes.
my hand and my brain don't connect.
Well, and I think that kind of looks like a flower if I go that way. I don't know. I'm overthinking it. Katie. All right, and then just hold it in place for a minute. And you don't want your glue to overlap, because if it does, then you're going to shut your card and it's going to
It's going to
stay shut.
It's going to stay shut. I
Exactly. That could be the surprise too when people get it, I guess.
like that. Like, oh, it doesn't open.
Yeah.
There are cards. You can get cards like that at the store, and they're kind
Trick
of
cards,
jokesters.
yes.
Where it says
That's
"do not open," "do not," or well, that's a different one where it says "do not open," and then you open it, and it's like you weren't supposed to open it or whatever.
Uh-oh, see, that one's got a little crooked, but I can straighten it. So anyway,
That's the
now,
beauty of the liquid glue.
when you look at it, you can see each. Do I need to tip
No.
it up a little bit? Or
Yeah,
okay?
like that is good.
So
I
there
like that
you
you
go.
put the thank you in the middle. I like that a lot.
Well, thank you. So anyway, there you go. Easy as that. And again, I've used my small and big pattern, and I did Winkostella.
You put some on
the flower. Yes, just a little. It's kind of hard to tell on
see if we
camera
can tell.
sometimes.
Oh, there it is. So the Winkostella is that pen that's got a brush tip, and it's just fun to use, don't you think,
Oh,
Chris?
exactly.
Once you start, you can't quit.
Yep, and I can put
And
more
it adds
on
the
there if
sparkle.
people need to.
Chris, that's amazing.
Oh, thank you.
I could make one of these
oh,
now.
heck yeah.
And like I said, I think I was right. I said, Chris has these cards that you look at and you're like, oh, that looks complicated, but it really wasn't too bad. It
No.
made it easy.
I did want to show people, because we've had requests for a nice sympathy stamp.
Yes,
So
I
I
think that would
brought
be great.
that
Let's see what you
over.
got.
This is the
So this is the card she made with the big and small pattern paper that we were showing, the Midnight Flight. And did you strategically place that bee, or did that just work out? Was that a happy accident?
It was a happy accident.
That is
I can't
great.
lie.
So I like that. Another way to use your two sizes. And then she's got the With Sympathy die at the bottom, and then she's got the inside. So that is from Stampendous. And what's it called, Chris?
It is Sincere Sentiments.
So it's got, I know this has been very difficult for you. Know that you're in our prayers. Know that you are loved. Keep looking up. I miss our times of sharing and laughing together. So there's lots of really good sentiments on there.
And that's $16.99. You know, sympathy cards are the hardest.
They
let's
are,
face
and
it.
you don't know you're going to need them usually. And all of a
Exactly.
sudden you need them. So,
And then on the birthday
Yes.
card,
oh yeah, show us your other cards. Did you fussy cut the butterfly then?
I did,
Or the moth?
yes.
Is that a moth or a butterfly?
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure.
It was pretty. I didn't.
Yeah, it's pretty. We didn't-
And then I used circles, and I just skipped a size in the circle. You know, so
to make a bigger frame.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then, because again, I don't like to write in my cards.
You had to cover up some space.
I had to cover up some space, so I used the bold sayings.
I
from Tim
love
Holtz.
that. I love it.
Well, and I made a card recently for my cousin Jocelyn, and I did best day ever, and then I just put because you were born.
Oh,
you know,
good
so you can,
idea.
Yeah, use it in different ways.
Very good idea. I love it.
Of course, the corner rounders
And you use the smaller pattern on
Oops.
the inside of the circle, and then the larger pattern on the outside.
Yep, and I used the smaller as the base for the happy birthday, or the bottom layer.
So let's look at this card. I don't know that we've looked at that one very well.
No, okay. So this one, I used the smaller print, well, the big print for underneath, and then I used the smaller print with the butterfly, and I just cut made sure I cut out 4 butterflies and pop dotted them up.
And notice they're not exactly the same.
No.
They're either going a different direction or they're not like a total exact repeat.
Right. These two, there's only 2 different butterflies on it. So I cornered them so that they weren't exactly alike. And then I used the smaller print again on the hello, which...
That's really, really neat. Chris, your cards are great.
Well, thank you. And
And
then
let's look at that one now since we showed them earlier, but I want to review them.
this one, because I had such background, the only thing I used the smaller print was the base of the thanks. And then I used the bigger print. Again, I rounded the corners. If you don't have
I like
a corner
that on the
rounder.
inside. It's kind of a basic.
Oh,
if you
gosh,
don't
yeah.
have one, put it on your Christmas list.
Well, exactly. And then I just used gold paper because I thought it needed something to break it up.
Brighten it up and
Yep.
everything.
And just,
Well, Chris,
Cut
the
it that
hearts
way.
are flowing. They're flowing, flowing. And a lot of those words she used are right here from Say It With Stamps, where you can get the stamp and then the die has the shadow and the word that you can combine. And I noticed that Chris did that on several of them. Oh, and there's the Ultra Bond.
yes.
Ultra Bond glue. And what else have we missed here? Here's a sympathy die with deepest sympathy.
Yes, and it's a little bigger than the one I used, but you could very easily take off the deepest and just put,
just put
sympathy,
with sympathy,
yep,
sure.
and make it fit very easily.
Absolutely. Oh gosh, well Chris, thank you so very much. This was beautiful and I loved it. I think a lot of us got a wowzer on the 2 patterns. I think Michelle was right when she said she was going through her stuff and looking at all the papers that came in 2 sizes of patterns. So we have a few things to show and then we will sign off for today. So Chris, do you want to come over? We'll show a couple things over here.
Where do you want to start?
Let's start right here. So we were talking this morning. We talk a lot about Christmas, and we've been going Christmas, Christmas. And I want you to know that we do have Hanukkah items, and this is the Simple Stories paper pack, and it's got 6 papers and a sticker sheet. And there's the sticker, and that is for Happy Hanukkah. It's probably listed under Christmas, and I apologize for that. But you can, I think, if you type in Hanukkah, it's going to pop right up for you in the search bar.
And that's only $7.99.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
And then we have the Honeybee, the Hanukkah stamp. And what's the name of that one, Chris?
It is called Happy
Happy
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah. And we learned how to spell Hanukkah today, didn't
Yeah,
we?
that's
I had
right.
no idea there were 2 Ks. Learned how to spell it. And it also has a matching die. And Chris, how much are those?
The die is $21.99 and the stamp is only $19.99.
$19.99. Okay, it's got lots of images. And then Sizzix has a die and stamp set
Oops.
that's got some Hanukkah things.
And it's Happy Hanukkah also.
And how much is
That
that
is
one?
$12.99.
$12.99. So you're
Yes.
going to get where you can use just the dies, you can use just the stamps, or you can use both. And then we've got one from speaking of Say It With Stamps. Here we
Yes.
go. And guess what? It's called Happy
Happy
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
Also.
Yes.
So it's got the stamp and the die set.
Yeah, it's got the dreidel and the menorah. I mean, they've got quite a bit of choice there. $9.99 and $13.99.
All right, wonderful. Okay, and then let's show the Tim Holtz trimmer. We have the decal trimmer, and I didn't know if many of you knew that that was back in stock. And Chris, can you open that up? And we're going to cut one. We're going to cut some paper with it. Sorry, I didn't have that ready.
That's all right.
I also wanted to let you know that we have 2 of our most popular scissors are in stock and restocked, and they're both from EK Success, and these are the non-stick blades, so they're not going to stick to any of your sticky papers or adhesives or tapes, and they're $14.99, and they both have the precision point. And then there's the classic cutter bees, and these are actually I have both of these at home, I have to say, but I do have the cutter bees, several pairs, and they're super nice also. They're very sharp.
And those are $12.49.
And they also have that tip. It cuts all the way to the tip, so great for fussy cutting.
Well, I like that they have covers, especially for
Yes.
people who go to
If you go somewhere and crop
well,
or craft
yeah,
somewhere
yes.
that's not in your home, so that is true. I'm looking at them but not showing the tips, so here we go. All right, so the decal cutter from Tim Holtz is $43.99, and Chris is going to cut some a couple papers so you can see exactly what it does.
Here, let's see if I can.
Yeah, do you have something dark or maybe, oh yeah, there we go. So it's going to cut that old-fashioned photo or AKA decal edge. And one part of the blade cuts a little bit more deeper impressions, and one of them is a little smoother. So if you cut more towards the top, it's a little deeper.
Okay.
And I know Diana that works here, she said she uses hers all the time. So that might be something good to put on your Christmas list is the decal cutter. Yeah, are you going to cut all the way down?
Well, I am.
It's good for
new.
It's good for mats. It's good for photo cutting. You know, they make that die, Chris. That's decal, but this way you could cut it yourself.
Oh yeah, you can
so
definitely
up here
see the
it's
difference.
a little more jaggedy, and then it gets smoother towards the other end.
You learn something new every day.
Then we've got, speaking of Tim Holtz, we've got his new 6.5-inch cutter. And it's $24.99. Look at this cute little cutter.
It's adorable.
And sometimes you just need a little cutter if you're cutting photos or small projects, and it cuts really nice, doesn't it?
Oh, that's really smooth, yeah.
And it's got your guides, and it's manageable because it's small.
I bought the one step up from this.
I have that one too.
But I might need this one too.
We might need a little one. So that's brand new. That's his newest trimmer, and that's the 6.25-inch trimmer. And then we're really buzzing. I feel like we're sort of on the Home Shopping Network or something, Chris, because we're doing stuff, man. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
This is the long-awaited punch. It is the tab punch from EK Success, and it cuts really smooth, doesn't it, Chris?
Oh my goodness, yes it does.
So it cut really nice, and then all you have to do is fold it in half, and you've got a tab for, I don't know, a little file folder, a mini book, a card. Janet uses these all the time on her cards as like an accent on top of a cut apart. And we have been waiting a long time for these, and they're $19.99 from EK Success.
What a great stocking stuffer.
Oh yeah, yes.
Husbands, if you're watching.
Oh, and they all are, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure mine's not, but
I do appreciate that Steve popped in and said it's an awesome trimmer. So he really likes the trimmer, and he does a lot of crafting, so he would be a good one to say.
This is awesome.
You might be going home with you, Chris.
Oh, golly. Another day where I'm working for free.
Yeah, that happens to a lot of us. Okay. Oh, okay. Janet said you could also cut it in half, the tab. Let's do that. Here's one that we cut out. If you want to cut it in half on the little trimmer. And then Janet says you have 2 tabs then if you line them up and cut it in half. Thank you, Janet. Janet must be back. Never even thought about that. So you could cut it in half, and then you've got 2 tabs, or you can fold it in half. There we go. Chris, Ruth said we need to do a video in the morning just for husbands. Wouldn't that be a riot?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that would. I think we could have a lot of fun with that. Ruth, I love that idea. I don't know if anyone would watch, but I do love it. All right, and then I wanted to mention the Gnome for the Holidays Christmas is here. Dawn and I got to go on a shopping trip about a week ago. We went to Minneapolis. Gnomes were everywhere, Chris. Everywhere you look, there were gnomes.
They are popular.
They're crazy, maybe more popular than ever.
Oh my gosh.
And this is actually last year's. It was released Christmas 2020, but we were able to get it again this year. And for all of our gnome lovers, I just wanted you to know that this is here and we have it if you were wanting to make something with that theme. It's really bright and fun, and it's got great Christmas colors to it.
They're just happy, and that is only $14.99.
$14.99, and you're going to get 12 papers and a sticker sheet, and there's cut-aparts, and this is just another one of those Becky Moore gnome collections. That's so darn. Okay, well, just a reminder about tomorrow, that tomorrow is our sample and store project sale, and you'll see lots of designers. Even Chris, we should show your cards over here. Chris actually made some cards, and yeah, let's show these. Chris actually made cards and brought them in just to sell tomorrow, and the thing is that all the proceeds are going to be going to our local food pantry. So Chris, that was really sweet of you.
Oh, well,
so look at this. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. It's that blue paper that we can't get anymore. So she made a set of cards, and we're going to be, I'm saying auction them off, but we are actually setting prices. So tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Time, get online, get on Facebook, even maybe a couple minutes early if you can. And we're going to be selling all of these store projects. We'll have a number on them and a price, and you can make a comment. And then the first person to comment that we see will get to purchase the item, and everything that you spend is going to the local food pantry. So that's a pretty,
awesome.
it's a
They'll
pretty cool
appreciate
thing.
that.
I think so. Chris, thank you again so much for your demo today. I think
you are
everybody
welcome.
loved it, and I think people are going to be making those cards
Good.
today. I'm pretty
Awesome.
sure of it. So have a great day today, everyone. We're open till 7 o'clock, so if you're in town, stop and see us, and we'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m.